Detail. Halt. Breathing. Forward. March.
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome each of you and call to order our commencement ceremony for Northern Nash High School, class of 2018. We are pleased to welcome our parents and relatives of our graduates to celebrate this wonderful occasion. We are honored to have with us our superintendent, Dr. Jeffries, his cabinet members, members of our Nash-Rocky Mount Public Schools Board of Education, and visiting administrators. These distinguished guests will be formally introduced later in the program. On behalf of our faculty and staff, please allow me to share with our graduates that we are extremely proud of your accomplishments and have set aside this day especially for you, in honor of your years of hard work and commitment towards your education. This is a special day for you, and this day will be a memory that you will cherish forever. Parents and relatives of our graduating class, this is a special moment for you as well. You have invested a tremendous amount of time, effort, and energy to help your child reach this point. The excitement that everyone feels this afternoon is expected and well-deserved. On this joyous occasion, our seniors would like to very much have their graduation ceremony to be one of dignity, respect, and formality. A ceremony that gives all students and their families the respect and recognition they deserve on their special day. To help accomplish this and to provide our seniors with the most impressive ceremony possible, I ask for your full support and cooperation. Please refrain from clapping, cheering, shouting, or whistling during the ceremony. Failure to comply with this request will result in the next graduate's name not being heard, causing them and their family to lose their well-deserved recognition. At the end of the ceremony, we will have a time of celebration when everyone can cheer for the class of 2018. Thank you for your cooperation, and once again, congratulations to our Northern Nash High School class of 2018. At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. Markayla Avent to come forth so she can introduce our distinguished guests.
Dear guests, it is an honor to have you at the 2018 Northern Nash ceremony. We have many distinguished guests here today, and I would like to recognize them at this time. Please stand as I call your name and hold all applause until the end. From the Nash-Rocky Mount Board of Education, Ms. Ann Edge, Board Chair. Mr. Bill Sharp, Vice Chair. Ms. Evelyn Bullock. Ms. Donovan Chavez. Mr. Ricky Jenkins. Mr. Reginald Silver. Ms. LaShawanda Bullock. Ms. Wendy Wilson. From the Nash-Rocky Mount Public Schools Superintendent's Office, Dr. Shelton Jeffries. Superintendent of Nash-Rocky Mount Public Schools, Mr. Brian Miller, Chief of Staff. On the floor, senior cabinet members. Nash-Rocky Mount Public Schools principals and other central office personnel. The class of 2018 would like to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and celebrating this joyous occasion. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is a great honor to stand before you today. I would like to welcome family, faculty, teachers, distinguished guests, and most importantly, my fellow classmates as we join in celebrating this wonderful ending to this chapter of our lives. And by the way, I kept this speech to a minimum because I know we're all ready to get out of here. I remember thinking in elementary school when my teachers would talk about us being the class of 2018, that this day would never come and that I would be stuck in an endless cycle of homework, studying, tests, and quizzes. Now graduation has finally arrived, yet in just a couple short months, this cycle will continue for me as it will for many of you. Then came those awkward middle school days, and let's just say I'm glad they're over. However, some of my best teachers were from middle school, and they prepared me for high school. They also taught me invaluable lessons that I will continue to use throughout my college career. And how about Miss Harris, my 8th grade social studies teacher, who poured on more homework than all my high school teachers combined? As an 8th grader, I thought there was no way I would make it out of her class alive, but she truly prepared me for high school and beyond. My 4 years at Northern will be something I never forget and will always cherish. Over these past 4 years, I've grown, matured, and met lifelong friends. I want to thank all the amazing teachers I've had at Northern because without you, I wouldn't be standing here today. I specifically want to thank Miss Clayton for being the best math teacher I've ever had and always willing to help me even if I wasn't in your class. Also, a big thanks to Miss Banning and Miss Leonard for laying the foundation for my love of the medical field. Miss Sears for making learning a new language enjoyable, and Mr. O'Brien for always keeping us in check with his signature look. I will miss this part of my life, which I've grown accustomed to, but I know I have new and exciting challenges ahead. I will be forever grateful for my time spent at Northern and all the memories that were made. I especially want to thank my parents for shaping me into the person I am today. I would not be standing here this afternoon if it was not for your love, support, and encouragement. You have supported me along the way, from cross-country meets to track meets and everything in between. You've instilled values that have gotten me to where I am and will assist me in my future. Also, thank you for bringing me up in a Christian home where Christian morals and values were taught, which helped mold me into the person I am. I'm extremely grateful to call you my parents. Oh, and my brother told me I better give him a shout out, so here's to the best brother anyone could have. As we are on the verge of graduation, I want you to look in the stands and find your family, friends, and teachers. These are the people that have loved, supported, encouraged, and pushed you so that this day could become a reality. You've put in a lot of hard work, and whether you go to college, go into the workforce, or join the military, hopefully you'll take what you've learned here these last few years and put them to good use. This day is the beginning of our adult life, so go forth and make it great. So as we graduate this afternoon, I want to leave you with this. Surround yourselves with people that lift you up and bring out the best in you. As my mom has told me for as long as I can remember, treat people the way you want to be treated, regardless of how they treat you. And lastly, as said by Michael Josephson, take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you will go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. Congratulations, class of 2018. We did it.
Welcome, family, friends, faculty, special guests, and of course, my fellow graduates. First, I would like to start off by saying thank you to my family, especially my mom, who showed me what a strong, independent, and most importantly, frightening woman should be. I will always strive to make you guys proud. I speak for all the students, to all the parents and family here when I say, thank you for always supporting and always loving us, even though we all know you can't wait to kick us out of the house and turn our rooms into a personal gym. I would also like to say that this is a huge honor for me to speak on behalf of all of my fellow graduates sitting before us. Now, to my fellow graduates, I will open up with a few important quotes that summarize our senior year, which go, "What's one more absence? I might be broke, but can we still get food? I just want to graduate, but can you please round that 62 up to a 93? The past 4 years have flown by almost as quick as any Northern Nash guy that drives a truck through the back gate. Just yesterday, it seemed like we were receiving our lockers for the first time that we would never touch and be thinking about what we wanted to do in the future. Over the past 4 years here at Northern Nash High School, we learned what it meant to be a student, and more importantly, how to learn. We learned negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, which I don't know how we're going to use for things like paying our taxes. We attempted to understand and learn chemistry, sometimes even Mr. Barkalow, because that whole class should have just counted as a foreign language. We only remember hola and adios from our 2 semesters of foreign language. Lastly, the past 4 years, we all learned that change is inevitable, as we have all gone through many embarrassing phases trying to find ourselves. We learned what it meant to be an athlete as we made fun of Coach Dodrell and how he runs on the track. As we screamed "Go Knights" over the rock on the soccer field, hitting a ball with a bat or racket with our teammates, doing water aerobics in the pool, and loudly cheering in the bleachers for the basketball and football games, because speaking honestly, we all like those 2 sports the most. We all learned what it meant to achieve success, because I always had a Quizlet on hand for pretty much any course. You're all welcome for that, by the way. We had laughs through the elaborate plays performed by the drama students and experienced music through the large family of band students. But our 4 years of being screamed at by parents and acting up did bring us closer together. We scared our driving instructors, bonded over getting dress coded, laughed at the worst times in class, and, well, we all love you, Mr. Crosby. And now, after we walk out of those doors today, either scream in joy or cry together. This is the last time you will be surrounded by your fellow classmates in a room full of so many loved ones. I mean, at least 2,000 very sweaty loved ones. We are surrounded by all these sweaty loved ones to celebrate one of your first major milestones towards success and about the person you are today. I also recommend listening to your loved ones because they are older, wiser, and could offer better advice than what any of our 18-year-old brains could come up with. However, I will try to summon their wisdom by saying, these past 4 years shouldn't have been the best years of your life. The best years of your life are starting now. They should be built on the memories made within these walls, and they should last longer than 4 years. It is through these walls here at Northern Nash that I have made so many amazing friends, all of which who are sitting before me. I am so blessed, and I am so honored to have gotten to know so many of you, to have shared memories and grow up with so many of you. So thank you for all the good times that I will always cherish. With that being said, as you walk across the stage and shake hands with our extremely handsome principal, Mr. Brian Hopkins, always remember who helped you get here. Never stop learning, especially about yourself and what you can do to help others. And a 62 will never be rounded to a 93, even when you ask your teachers nicely. Congratulations, class of 2018. We made it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, graduates, if you do not know me, I am Tillery Bolden, your senior class president. Yeah, we went to high school together. It was great times. Follow me on Twitter. Anyway, to begin, I would like to give a big thank you to all of our administration and staff, parents, and other family members for motivating us to make it to this day. We wouldn't have made it without your guidance and faith in us. Also, I would like to thank the friends, family, and other distinguished guests that have decided to come out on this hot afternoon to celebrate the graduating class of 2018 of Northern Nash High School. To my fellow classmates, as we know, the world we live in today is plagued with many dangers. I mean, there's volcanoes erupting, global warming, and do not get me started on facial acne and 90-minute classes at the end of each semester. But through it all, we beat the odds and we managed to graduate. So let's give us a big round of applause. When I was asked to give the farewell speech for graduation, I admit I was a little nervous to take on the task. When I thought about what I should say, I was so overwhelmed with many memories of our past 4 years here at Northern Nash. Starting from freshman year, and some of us all the way back to 6th grade or even kindergarten, we have all shared so many great memories together. Looking back on freshman year, it seems like it wasn't so long ago. There was the first football game, the first classes. Though nervous as freshmen, we started to get the hang of things moving on to sophomore and junior year. And junior year for some of us brought experience, and for many, many more of us, immense stage 1 senioritis. But anyway, we also had a lot of changes, like our amazing nighttime schedule and a new principal. We also went through the weird way we took pictures, like, yeah, I know it's horrible. And we also went through the transition from having relaxed hair to natural hair. And if you're anything like me, you also went through the cut all your eyebrows off and make them look like Dash's stage as well. But anyway, senior year, it seemed like the year we started to become even more of a family. From the first Friday of our school year, almost all of Northern defended themselves against the other schools that didn't quite like our school spirit during our lit beginning of the year prep rally. That only led us to having the best football game we had this year, which was against Nash Central. We were there with big banners, ready to beat the Bulldogs, dressed in our green and gold. We continued to show spirit at many other sports events throughout the school year. Outside of sports, our art department has been a great hit as well. We celebrated Black History Month with an In Living Color program where artwork and performances were displayed and shown. And in the spring, we put on the musical Shrek, where we had some of the community's and school's best actors, including our band teacher, Mr. Zeri. While theater and music was a big chunk of my second semester, my core classes felt quite theatrical as well. In my AP English Literature class, we were motivated by our amazing teacher, Mr. O'Brien, when he started participation points. To keep us active in class, he gave us his iconic stare and pointed at one of us saying, -5. In my AP Calculus class, although we had some tough times in that class trying to wrap our heads around the lessons, we had Miss Clayton to help us with more than just math in general, but depression because of math. On a serious side of things, this class of 2018 has undoubtedly showed off in the best way by being very successful in service projects as well as raising money for many organizations. Other than being good citizens and a helping hand to our community, we helped ourselves by accumulating millions of dollars in scholarships. At our years here at Northern, we received a lot of awards and reached a lot of goals, but it definitely wasn't a walk in the park. We were presented with many challenges like pre-calculus and 5 lunches, and we even solved the mystery of who killed Jason Blossom on Riverdale. So, I mean, you know. Our class has shown resilience throughout our years here. The fact that we are here decorated in our accomplishments is just a testament of our perseverance and commitment to excellence. Graduates, we are all destined for greatness if great is what we want to be. The world and the days we have left on it is only what we make it. So as we part ways, equipped with priceless knowledge, we embark on a life that will be full of challenges and success. A street poet and philosopher that goes by the name of Drake once said, "Oh, well, I guess you lose some and win some. Long as the outcome is income, you know I want it all, and then some." While the idea of materialistic success influences us heavily, I ask that you follow your dream and do what makes you happy, no matter what the cost. Class, strive to be the best you. Now we are headed for adult world where there's no more mom and dad pushing you step by step to help you balance yourself on your bicycle. Everyone in these seats before me, this is our last time we will ever be here in the same room together. 10 years from now, some of us will be headed for a road less traveled. Some of us will be God knows where, but anyway. But I want you to cherish this moment. Remember all of the good times Northern Nash has brought you and keep those memories in your heart. Can you believe it? We're finally done with high school. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all nothing but blessings and little stressing. Congratulations to my fellow classmates and I. Here's to the future. Thank you.
Today, many of our graduates will receive a red cord indicating that they are a North Carolina academic scholar. This cord signifies that they have completed a balanced and academically rigorous high school program, preparing them for post-secondary education. This includes, but is not limited to, an unweighted grade point average of 3.5 or above, courses taken in a subject area of concentration, and high academic courses taken in addition to their core courses needed to meet the University of North Carolina system requirements. North Carolina scholar Hannah Chloe Adcox. Lance Michael Alford. North Carolina scholar Janasia Marie Alston. Sama Akram Alwan. DeAndre Maurice Anderson. Javaris Carnell Andrews. Travis Lee Andrews. Chelsea Tiana Applewhite. Eddie Lee Arrington III. Jalen Michael Arrington. North Carolina scholar Catherine Mary Shelley Artica Benegas. Marquila Sharice Avent. Tiana Latrice Avent. Danya Hamoud Awamle. John Thomas Bandy III. Savannah Jane Barber. Gregory Dylan Barrow. Scott Michael Bartlett. Amy Melissa Bass. Kevin Lee Bass Jr. Alexis Virginia Battle. Angel Crystal Battle. Jaquisha Danielle Battle. Quashay Zamiria Battle. North Carolina scholar Tanea Antoinette Battle. North Carolina scholar Natalie Brooke Burnett. Natalie is the valedictorian of the class of 2018. She is receiving a plaque from Nash-Rocky Mount Schools in recognition of having the highest grade point average of the senior class. Tillery Lorraine Bolden. North Carolina scholar Ashley Marie Brackett. Elijah Alexander Brake. North Carolina scholar Joseph Lawrence Brake. Elijah Patrick Branch. Talisha Samage Braswell. Jeffrey Jeremiah Braxton. Chase Kasim Brooks. Deja Jante Bryant. Shamarka Narai Bryant. Dion Jason Kennedy. North Carolina scholar Gabrielle Anastasia Carter. Lee Allen Casper. Thomas Cervantes. North Carolina scholar Adrian Elias Chavez Solorzano. Kashana Montresia Linier Cherry. Andre Cherry. Shaquana Esteira Zion Cherry Cramel. Zoe Noel Churchill. Sherman Meade Clark III. North Carolina scholar Caitlin Ivy Cook. Caitlin is the salutatorian of the class of 2018. She is receiving a plaque from Nash-Rocky Mount Schools in recognition of her accomplishments. Jamal Antoine Cooper. Michaela Ocretia Cooper. Sarah Elizabeth Coppage. Coley Warren Corbin. Jaden Thomas Cox. North Carolina scholar Christian Coy Crawford. Natalie Rose Cullinan. Malik Raheem Curtis. Shekinah Dejan Dancy. Jonathan Benias Darden. Maram Bahajet Dari. Nikita Shanae Davis. Naeem Shamar Davis. Reginald Andrew Davis, Jr. Thomas Taylor Davis. Cameron Blake Dawes. Malik Rakim Dawes. Kayla De Jesus. Avery Alexander Diaz. Benaiah Deanna Dickens. DeQuavion Nazir Dickens. Matthew Scott Dickerson. Jada Marcel Dixon. Bradley Tanner Duckworth. North Carolina scholar Tatiana DeVay Dunn. Mackenzie Taylor Estep. Jacob Aaron Evans. Hannah Elizabeth Farmer. Chris Anthony Flores. Charles Tyler Forbes. Seth Michael Frazier. Timothy Franklin Frazier, Jr. North Carolina scholar Emily Ruth Garner. Jadarius Rayshun Garrett. North Carolina scholar Lucas Carey Galoni. Jalen Devin Gibson. Serena Escobar Gonzalez. Silas Taylor Gonzalez. North Carolina scholar Yadira Gonzalez Soto. North Carolina scholar Hannah Danielle Grant. Devin Tyler Gregory. North Carolina scholar Emily Miranda Griffin. North Carolina scholar Haley Grace Griffin. North Carolina scholar Molly Ann Griffin.
North Carolina scholar Amaya Nicole Hagens. Stephen Wayne Hall, Jr. Jacob Austin Harper. Keziah Simone Harper. Aja Danae Harrison. Mackenzie Janae Harrison. Caitlin Mackenzie Hawley. Isabel Layla Hasboon. Hamza Asim Hazen. North Carolina scholar Davis Nicholson Hedgepeth. Shalia Tiani Hedgepeth. LaKayla Kamisha Henderson. Princess Ivana Henderson. North Carolina scholar Trinity Renee Henderson. Izel Shaquan Hendricks. Malik Christopher James Hendricks. Caleb Abraham Herrera. Dylan Trey Hill. Deanna Paige Danielle Hill. Daquan Montrez Hines. North Carolina scholar Margaret Francis Hinson. Sakara Janae Hodges. Darren Jamel Hooker. Shaquan Sheba Lee Horton. Wayne Jr. Cowington. North Carolina scholar Maggie Renee Huddleston. North Carolina scholar Janine Laura Huffman. Sequoia Cheyenne Hunt. Laquan Montrell Hunter. Caitlin Marie Herrera. North Carolina Scholar Lauren Catherine Israel. North Carolina Scholar Marguerite Virginia James. Marlene Elizabeth Jefferson. Alexis Wynette Jones. Markel Jones. Tayon Tyrese Jones. Tony Cameron Joyner. Hannah Lee Keene. Ashley Michelle Kennedy. Kareem Ali Kahil. North Carolina Scholar Ashley LaShawn King. Jacob Hinton King. Tanaya Imani King. Rebecca Sky Lanier Barnes. Cole Spencer Leggett. Antonio Demond Lewis Jr. DeQuavion Tyshawn Lewis. Haley Ruth Lewis. DeKayla Quanisha Lewis. Deshaun Tyreek Liggins. Jeffrey Allen Lockwood Jr. North Carolina Scholar Camry Janae Lohman. Donovan Tyrese Lucas. Javon Anthony Mayer. Bobby Tyreek Major. Kaeja Zane Manley. Jonathan Brooks Manning. Tyler Scott Manning. Harley Shea Marshall. Trent Alexander Marshall. Tabria Lajay Taki Massenberg. Morgan Elizabeth May. Sydney Elizabeth McClure. North Carolina Scholar Caitlin Michelle McLaughlin. Diamond Anaje McNair. Andrew Joshua Mead. Shamaya Cornay Mercer. Jason Lewis Michaels. Caitlin Brooke Michaels. Jael Elijah Milborn. Bryce Arel Miles. North Carolina Scholar, Kendra Rose Miller. Cody Dashay Mizell. Raheem Daquan Moore. Kyle Andrew Moss.
Bronson Trey Myers. Yusra Muhammad Nasser. Randy Joshua Neal. Demario Wayne Nicholson. Courtney Deanna Nicholson. Tarshiana Vernay Nicholson. North Carolina Scholar Felicity Isabel Norton. Miguel Angel Ortiz Gutierrez. Tremar Alexander Palmer. Dylan Ray Parker. Warren Lee Parker. North Carolina Scholar Wesley Gray Parrish. Charity Aaliyah Pierce. Dalen Jackson Pierce. Alex Christian Phillips. Kiera Nicole Phillips. North Carolina Scholar Owen Stewart Phillips. Tyleek Lamond Pitt. Basilica May Pope. Kiera Lachey Pulley. Kaylee Aaron Ranke. Asa Tamara Richardson. Brandon Keyshawn Richardson. Priscilla Santion Richardson. Sebastian Hunter Richardson. Sharante Nicole Richardson. Silas Roosevelt Richardson. Trey Lewis Richardson. William Richard Romero. Thomas John Rouse Jr. Hannah Marie Rowland. John Cooper Sawyer. Skylar Lily Schultz. Jeremiah Clay Scott. Saprentis Lenautica Scott. Demetrius Wade Silver. Trevor Wendell Sledge. Colin Patrick Smith. Dania Janice Smith. North Carolina Scholar Killian Emmett Wood Smith. Travis Moore Smith. Elijah McKell Spencer. Jordan Eric Spooner. Thomas Lee Stallings. Brianna Nicole Stevenson. Patrick William Sutton. Grayson Ann Tanner. Brooke Noel Taylor. North Carolina Scholar Erica Nicole Taylor. Jacob Daniel Tharrington. Taylor Nicole Tharrington. Christopher James Thomas Jr. Alicia Yvonne Thompson. Marquel Montre Tillery. Christian Wayne Toller. Andrew Lee Veith. Eric Daniel Villanueva Gomez. Donautica Matars Vinson. North Carolina Scholar Leah Francis Vinson. Malcolm David Wade. Chazelle Ariana Waring. North Carolina Scholar Rebecca Lynn Warren. Matthew Scott Watson. Taylor Thomas Weaver. Zachary Ryan Wells. Andrew Paul Wichard. Isaiah Joshawn Whitaker. Jordan Lee Whitaker. Tatiana Renee Whitaker. Frederick Tremaine Whitaker. Jamazi Tyon Robinson Whitehead. Yasmin Alexandria Whitehead. Christian Trey Wiggins. Naya Simone Wiggins. Tyron Kevon Wiggins. Amber Carol May Wiggs. Joseph Stewart Williams. North Carolina Scholar Julia Clark Williams. Kaylee McLean Williams. Braxton Lee Winston. William Troy Winston. Caitlin Brooke Wood. Caitlin May Woodruff. Ori Yaramir Yavin. Amir Mohammed Zugbi.
Will the class of 2018 please stand? By the powers vested in me by the Nash-Rocky Mount Board of Education in the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you a graduate of Northern Nash High School with all the rights and privileges afforded thereby. You may now turn your tassels.